Beneath the surface of all that we see, beyond the veil of form and familiarity, there hums a resonance, a whisper, a vibration, an eternal pulse that weaves together the fabric of existence. It is the song of the cosmos, an ancient melody that predates the stars and lingers within the soul of all that lives. This rhythm is not separate from us. It is the very breath that moves through our lungs, the silent force that animates our being, and the hidden current that carries us toward transformation. For eons, humanity has walked through the corridors of time, each step a note in the unfolding symphony of evolution. We have danced through ages of light and shadow, of ignorance and awakening, of separation and unity. We have built civilizations that rose to the heavens, only to crumble beneath the weight of their own illusions. And yet, through every fall, through every fragment of broken history, the song remained, waiting, patient, unwavering. Now, we stand at the threshold of something new. The echoes of the past still cling to the air, but a fresh wind stirs upon the horizon. The earth, our mother, is shifting beneath our feet, her heartbeat aligning with a higher cadence. This is not merely the turning of an age, it is an ascension, a great unveiling of what has always been hidden beneath the layers of forgetfulness. The old world, built upon the brittle bones of division and fear, is dissolving. In its place, a luminous dawn emerges, a new earth, not imposed from above, but birthed from within. But what is this ascension? What does it mean to rise beyond the limitations of what we have known? And what role do we, the seekers and dreamers, the weary travelers of time, play in this unfolding? For countless lifetimes, we have lived under the illusion of separation. We have believed ourselves to be fragments, isolated islands drifting upon the vast sea of existence. We have built walls, within and without, walls of identity, of nation, of creed and color. We have cast ourselves as adversaries in a world where survival seemed to demand conflict, where power was measured by what could be conquered and claimed. But these walls were never real. They were shadows upon the cave, reflections of an inner amnesia that caused us to forget our true nature. For in truth, we have never been separate. The same force that moves the tides moves within our veins. The same light that burns in the heart of a distant star flickers behind our eyes. We are threads of the same tapestry, individual notes within the same great song. To awaken is to remember. To ascend is to reclaim the knowing that we were never alone, that we were never meant to walk this path as strangers in a cold and indifferent cosmos. As the frequencies of the earth rise, the old structures tremble. You can feel it in the shifting tides of consciousness, in the unraveling of systems once thought indestructible. Governments that once held absolute power now reveal their fractures. Institutions built upon hierarchy and control struggle to maintain their grasp. The very fabric of reality, what we once assumed to be immutable, is bending, stretching, and breaking apart. But this is not destruction for the sake of chaos. It is a necessary dissolution. Just as a caterpillar must surrender to the darkness of the cocoon before emerging as something new, so too must humanity release what no longer serves in order to step into its higher potential. The old earth was a classroom, a realm of duality where souls came to learn, to struggle, to refine themselves through the crucible of experience. But the lesson is nearing completion. The crumbling of the old should not be feared. It should be celebrated, for it is the sign that something greater is being born. Like a forest that burns, so that new life may rise from the ashes, the world we once knew is dissolving to make space for the new. What is the new earth? It is not merely a different landscape, a paradise waiting beyond some distant horizon. It is a state of being, a shift in the very way we exist. The new earth is birthed within us first, before it can manifest in the world around us. It is the flowering of a consciousness rooted in unity rather than division, in love rather than fear. Imagine a world where humanity remembers its interconnectedness, a world where nature and civilization exist in harmony, where technology serves the soul rather than enslaves it, a world where creativity flows unhindered, where the barriers of ego dissolve, where every being is seen as an essential note in the cosmic symphony. This is not a fantasy. It is a reality waiting to be chosen, to be cultivated, to be lived into existence. But this birth is not automatic. It requires our participation. The new earth is not something granted to us, it is something we must co-create. Every thought, every action, every moment of awareness becomes a brushstroke in this masterpiece of transformation. To step into this new reality, we must first transcend the old within ourselves. The process of ascension is not an external journey. It is an inner pilgrimage, a return to the core of who we are. It is a shedding of the layers of conditioning, a release of the fears and limitations that have kept us bound to the lower frequencies of the old world. This journey requires courage. It demands that we face our shadows, that we confront the wounds we have long buried, the fears, the doubts, the patterns of judgment and separation. These must be acknowledged, embraced, and transmuted. For within every shadow lies a hidden light, and only by integrating these aspects of ourselves can we truly rise. Meditation, mindfulness, and deep self-inquiry become our tools. We learn to listen, not to the noise of the external world, but to the quiet whispers of the soul. We learn to trust, to surrender to the flow of life, rather than resist it. And as we do, something miraculous happens. We begin to vibrate at a higher frequency. We align with the song of the cosmos, becoming living beacons of the new earth. But this journey is not ours alone. As each individual awakens, the collective consciousness shifts. Like candles lighting one another in an endless chain, the fire of awareness spreads. The veils of illusion thin. The old paradigms crumble. Already this awakening is underway. You can see it in the movements for justice, for sustainability, for peace. You can feel it in the growing discontent with the systems that no longer serve. The whispers of the new earth grow louder with each passing day. We are not merely witnesses to this transformation. We are its architects. We are the midwives of a world reborn. And so the question remains, will we answer the call? The symphony of creation plays on, inviting us to join in its song. The choice is ours. To ascend is not to escape this world, but to transform it from within. It is to walk with eyes unclouded, to love with hearts unburdened, to create with souls unchained. It is to remember that we are not separate, that we have never been separate, and that together we are the breath of the universe made manifest. The new earth is not a distant dream. It is here now, waiting within us. Let us rise, let us awaken, for the time has come.